I really appreciate what was just said, and I really appreciate this collection of people, our fellow townspeople, being here. So I'd like to address the council. Mr. Quinn, this is your first on this subject, so I have to exclude you in terms of some of the things that I want to say. I really do appreciate the questions you had earlier. For all the promises of economic wonders, tourism, jobs, and the illusion of gold for the city's treasury, you have chosen to give up something far more valuable: the trust and good faith of our smart and dedicated Petaluma community. Rather than welcoming public, business, and property owners into an engaged, collaborative, and creative conversation and debate about a proposed hotel, the tail wagging the dog of the overlay district, you've consistently closed the door. As the FEIR responses to public comments frequently states, quote, "We have done all that CEQA requires," or "CEQA does not obligate us to discuss or evaluate those requests or objections," or "Your 2 minutes are up." You've chosen the minimum number of public meetings. You've chosen the minimum required public notice and comment periods. You've omitted all verbal comments received at the Planning Commission and City Council meetings. That means people who stayed until midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning at some of those meetings. None of those comments are in the final EIR and no responses. That violates CEQA. Those were comments on the record. You refuse to require hotel story polls, and you refuse to post any on-site signs or posters and accurate representations at any of Area A, B, C zones and properties. I asked that for a week, and the answer was no, we're not going to do it. We're not required. You chose to release 1,500 pages of the final EIR on Friday the 14th, leaving only 6 business days to read, digest, and understand the basis for your CEQA-required, fully informed decision making. That's a legal standard. Again, this is the minimum that CEQA requires. It's a hell of a Valentine's Day present. I have to doubt that all of you have even completed reading the document yet. I suspect very few in the public have. That is not the basis for sound, intelligent, and involved community building or decision making. CEQA is but one tool, but you have consistently chosen to minimize and ignore effective public notice, the needs for real economic data, information, surveys of businesses and property owners, and the successes and values of our actual existing historic downtown district. Some of you already have made up your minds a long time ago and have already publicly stated how you vote, and some of you have actively disparaged and demeaning dissenting voices. Yet our Petaluma community requires far more than your minimum. You know that, and you've chosen to fail. No doubt you've earned the trust and faith of EKN and their marketing team, but you've lost the trust of our smart, lively, and passionate community. Don't kill the goose that has laid the golden egg that is our historic downtown, and you're doing it step by step by ignoring the very people who are in this room and have taken the time over the past 3 years to participate but have not been welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.